Right, you're not going to know any different, but look, the phone's shaking because as soon as I mentioned Jesus and Mary Magdalene, my hand weirdly knocked the phone and it knocked it from recording. So that's interference. But the show must go on, so I'll just piece it together on the video thing. Again, piece it together so it's in 2 bits. Sometimes before I worked out how to do that, I just done a second video. So I might do it as a second video. So if you're watching this might be it. Maybe they're doing that because the other one was so long and this is the reading part of it. That's a shame if people haven't got the patience. Nah, I think I'll just put a timestamp. Fuck that. I'm not fucking... Anyway, I was about to say, I'm not changing the way that I channel just to suit other people. You know, you either like it or you don't. That's the message. Anyway, I was about to say it's God speaking through me, but the card's facing biblical. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, it's true though. So, if you've been around here a long time, you'll know that actually used to be a daily thing where I would channel the whole, like the film with the message. But I think they got me to stop doing it because it was very taxing on my energy. And that's what they did tell me to stop it. And then that was going to be one of the things that was available on the membership because it just makes sense. Because like, look, I've already spoke for an hour and now I'm probably going to speak for another hour. But anyway, I mentioned Mary Magdalene and Jesus, and it does feel like that's how important this union is when it comes together. You both hold the codes of Mary Magdalene and Jesus. And lessons and blessings, yeah. And so there's a lot of tough, difficult lessons that have been learned on this journey of betrayal, forgiveness, clandestine love, you know, forbidden love, communal living. There could be things about that going on in those times. Celtic, you could be very connected to Celtic times, Scottish, Irish, Welsh, wherever else it is. I can't remember, I think that's it. Galactic ships are guiding this together. This feels like one of the ones I've done before. And yeah, that's why look, and I did say your kingdom spouse. Like this is Egypt, right? This is a big message, but this is definitely one of those unions that, and again, it's not one union, but it's a wave of the first unions that are a catalyst for all the other ones. That you're connected to Isis and Osiris, Jesus, Mary Magdalene, like Saint Germain, Lady Portia. Again, these are all the ones that like spirituality and religion. These are all my main ones, but I feel it's because either you're going to be connected to all of them or some of them or whoever this is making sense to. Because those ones always seem to come out together. Like knighthood as well. Somebody's having to look as the sword and the shield. Like somebody's having to get protected there about some kind of love life, karmic love life. Look. This is 2 things, right? We always associate, it's so funny because I saw someone more recently, they say karmic relationship, but they're meaning it's a good thing. And it's because karma can be good or bad. So most of the time I'll take this to mean a karma. And I do think, again, in the past, that there's been a karmic relationship that's got in the way of this union, right? Because that's the case for all these waves. But, like this wave I'm channeling about, but I've just noticed one of those cards is on the ground and look what it is, trust. Trust, ask, listen, allow. You're being asked to trust right now. But I feel in the past you were asked to trust as your person was like taken away by a karmic relationship from the past. But also I feel this is about the karma between your true twin flame. That there's, you know, that you've got karma from other lifetimes. Like maybe you didn't get together in other past lives and this is the time you get together. That's usually the case. Yeah, high priest or high priestess. Like you're both powerful high priestess energies from Isis and Cyrus from Egypt. That yeah, look, and it was unrequited in the past, and you took some kind of vow of celibacy because again, and that's why you've got a lot of galactic ships. Galactic. This is fucking hell. This is really powerful. Look, Atlantis, angels, and galactic. So yeah, this is definitely my wave. You know what I mean? It's. And again, like I've said, just because I say it's my wave, it doesn't mean everything I've said in this video is relevant to me. Because like I said, there's no fucking that much of an Eve cat with me in mind, but I am a bit older. But like literally a bit wars and battles. So I just cut it at wars. I just cut it at wars and battles. And Celtic, and then look, I am Scottish. And last time I checked, so was mine, but so was my twin flame. Right, so Yeah, so basically the vow of celibacy can be an obvious one when you know who your God-ordained kingdom spouse is, your twin flame. You don't want to be getting down and dirty with just anyone. Do you know what I mean? Because it's toxic fucking ties. It's not worth it. You know what I mean? That's the new cool. Get with the program. You don't just lay down with anyone. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, so I go a bit American sometimes because I watch a lot of American YouTubers. Yeah, I don't think we need to tap into any more of the past. I think that was the past between. They're telling me to do it once more. Tell us a bit of the past life of the masculine in particular. Yeah. That's why you trust your intuition. That's the past life of the masculine. So there was a karmic relationship that got in the way of the twin flame relationship in a past life and in this life. Somebody's followed you into this life, basically. But the angels are trying to pull you away from this. And also, there's something going on here about, this is so weird, because I was thinking about this when I was cooking earlier, that if you are a divine feminine in this life, but you feel fiercely protective sometimes over your twin flame, divine masculine, like you're the guy. Again, take the gender out, but you know what I'm saying? When I'm thinking from my own perspective, I'm like, sometimes I'm like, why the fuck am I fighting like this? I'm not the guy. But it's because in past lives, I would have been. Do you know what I mean? So it's like when that kicks in, and definitely when I've got like an Aries sun in Sag moon, which is very masculine, and I know how that mirrors from my twin flames chart, that I know that he's got masculine placements, very masculine placements, and then he's also got more feminine placements, because we all have, right? But yeah, look, it's biblical love. This biblical love is being stopped by a karmic relationship because it's got that power, but the angels are guiding it back together. This person, you could be a father, or your person could be, or that's the divine father, God, but you know, persecution, incursion, so there could be a little, look, gosh, that feels like the gossip that's going on. But yeah, it's a biblical love, yes. So they're just telling me I can move on, but I haven't used them in a while, so tell us what's a south node, let's use these again, what's a south node repeating pattern that the feminine has overcame, it feels like, but you might still be in it, but I'm going to say, what's something that you have either left behind already or that you need to leave behind, a repeating south node pattern? Worry, yeah, and I can even own that, because like I said, this feels like it fits for my wave. It doesn't mean just because it's my wave it's going to resonate with everyone in my wave, but a lot of it could. Make a commitment not to lead an anxiety-driven life. When worries arise, breathe them out of your body, focus on your power in your heart, and have faith that spirit is guiding you always. And that's fucking mental, because I've seen a screenshot, the last screenshot that I got was something about worry about nothing, pray about everything. Look at that. That's amazing. So, and then also it's reminding me of the wee cards. They're probably telling me to use them at some point, so I'll put them here. Yeah, so surrender worry, like, you know, like rather than feeding the worry, feed the faith. Ah, beautiful. So that really resonates for me. Let's see what we've got for the masculine energy. And like I said, it didn't need to resonate with me. It's not my reading, but a lot of this could resonate with me because it does feel very connected to the energies I'm connected to. Masculine needs to surrender to setting limits. This makes sense because this is about putting boundaries up with karmic energies, and that already came out in the one I done earlier. It's healthy to set boundaries in relationships. Practice expressing your needs, and remember that no is a complete sentence. So that's either you've gotten a good place of being able to say no and setting boundaries with the people that you need to, the karmic energies around you. And again, that's because the feminine done it first, and that's why I'm allowing them to talk about my journey, because that is what I've had to do, and it wasn't fucking easy, let me tell you. There was a lot of pushback with some circumstances, but I'm in a good place of that now, so it's worth it. And it means that whoever my twin flame is, when it's divinely timed for it all to happen, he will mirror that back. So this makes sense that the feminine's already done this, and now the masculine. So all you need to do, feminine, is don't feed the worry, because if you worry about everything, they'll worry about everything. And that is not easy. And I don't think it matters how much growth and healing you've done on your journey. If everyone's going to worry, right? Because they're pulling me a New Moon and Virgo card down there. So, you know, just get a handle on it. If you're getting too overthinking, turn off whatever is influence. Like I've said, the thing that can get me in my head too much is if I watch too many other general readings. Get the fuck off. Get off it. Like, spend a whole day off it. Even better, spend a weekend off it. Get off, right? Not every general reading is yours. It's actually highly unlikely that it is. So, you know, go one better. Get a personal reading with somebody you trust. Doesn't even need to be me. Just get one with somebody that you trust. I'm out of that cycle of it now, but I am always very honest that I did around my birthday get it was just the same as what I've got an offer there, a 15-minute unlisted, and it was fucking absolutely well worth the money, and it was just similar kind of prices to me actually. And yeah, so the next time I feel I need some kind of support or clarity, I'll probably will go with that same person, but I hadn't for a while because it just I felt that it just, you know, I'd reached a bit of a halt to it. I had what I needed from what I got, so decide where you're at. But what I'm just sharing that while I needed stuff like that, it really did help. And it doesn't mean like, oh, I'll never need to get a reading ever again. No, of course it doesn't. If I'm stuck in my head and I need clarity, I'll go to somebody I trust, but don't do it sparingly. Yeah, so the masculine is, like I said, you've either got a handle on that, or that's what you're currently doing right now and you're being guided to, and you could even be in the pushback of it because of what I said. Or maybe not. Surrender to play. Take a break from over look how much I spoke about overthinking. Take a break about overthinking a goal. Do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. It's kind of like now, even now, I always have to assess, right? I was saying the other day, I always have to be like, am I letting that person take the piss? Am I being too nice? Like, I always have to question that, because that's a tendency that I have to, I think I'm just going to have to question that for the rest of my life. And so, but it's important that I keep questioning it, because if I don't, the other half of my soul suffer, right? So you have to, that's how connected twin flames are. Do it for yourself, but realise that that's how real this is. Right, so right. Present North Node focus. What is the present North Node focus? What deck will we use for that? Oh, that's interesting. I'm getting guided to these. What's the present North Node focus? Like, so either you're in your North Node, or this is what you're meant to be focusing on, Divine Feminines. Oh, letting go and creativity. Wow. Yeah, I mean, again, still resonating. So this is just the confirmation that this should resonate with the people in my wave. Let go of expectations and outcomes, which again doesn't mean you don't care. It means you keep praying for yourself, keep praying for your twin flame, keep praying for your union. Cover your person in prayer would be a more biblical way to put that. But focus on your creativity while that's happening. And what's the North Node focus for the masculine? Whether you are in it or being guided to move towards it. Compassion, yeah, and notice it kind of came out like that. I feel currently like you're in this place of trying to be more compassionate towards yourself and your twin. And also Emerald is about everlasting love. I often imagine Emerald at the heart chakra when I'm channeling the healings, which that's what they're, you know, I'm going to be whenever I'm guided to have got more energy, I'll do another shamanic journey for us. It feels about time. Actually, just had that brainwave. I'm going to meditate tomorrow on Mediumship Monday or tonight and ask for themes, and then I'll get you to vote the theme. That's what I'll do. So, and then when I'm up and running with the paid membership, what it'll be is I'll do more of them there. You know what I mean? So I'll do ones for free too, but I'll do more of them on there. So what's another North Node focus where either a divine masculine's being guided to be or where they're already working on? Fucking love this, guys. The shadow. Yeah. So do you know what I mean? It's like you're either working on it right now. And again, black obsidian is a good crystal. Any black crystal is a good one to protect you. It's under my nail. To protect you. See me just noticing, like, it was like something was under my nail. It's like you're just noticing something that you didn't notice before. If you're in the masculine energy. But yeah, you're being guided to integrate your shadow. So I feel you're either already like looking at the parts of yourself that you weren't willing to face, and that can be very rough, or you're integrating what you've learned and like you're learning to be more compassionate. You're basically, what that says to me is you're being guided to accept your shadow. So I feel for a lot of these masters, you've already went through the bit of beating yourself up, being in the shadow, like the toxicity of it, and but you've went through the rebirth, and now I feel you're ready to embrace some kind of karmic justice, because the justice card is behind it. And what's behind that? Yeah, and ready for the happiness now, the ultimate happiness. Oh, that's lovely. I love these cards. Again, every time I say that, I'm like, why don't I use these more often? Crystal clear visions, and I'm not using crystal cards every time. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, I don't use my shamanic. This is a goal of mine. I need to use my crystal cards, my shamanic cards, and astrology cards like more often, because they just pulled my eyes to the astrology cards, and I said that too. So I'm going to make that goal like that. I don't need to, but it's just, they've kind of got lost in the thought a little bit. That's a saying. I don't know why I said that, but that might be meaning pray night, trust. That's, remember the trust card came out from here as well. So you're really needing to trust in this union. Again, because that is because with the wave that I'm picking up on, because it's my wave, it's a lot of this is flying blind for the divine feminine. You know what I mean? It's like you're just having to completely trust and tune in, a lot of telepathy, and not much to go on, basically. Fun and games, guys. Right, so what is another North Node focus? Let's use this deck. But that makes sense. Let go. If what I just said made sense, you totally let go. Let go, because you don't know what's going on. You're not meant to know what's going on. You'll find out what's going on when you're meant to. Bits and bobs information will come to you when it's meant to trigger you, or to help you, whatever. So let go and focus on your creativity and your calling. And if you can't do that yourself, book a call and I can help you with that. Because the masculine right now is being guided to be more compassionate towards themselves, just basically to empathise more with themselves, and then it's like you're not able to give to others what you can't even do for yourself. That's what they're focusing on, accepting themselves rather than beating themselves up. Or that's what you're guided to do, masculine. And the North Node focus for the feminine. Now, I feel like one of the ones about being, oh wait a minute, there's two sitting here. Either the Queen or the King ones might come out, like being now if it comes out Queen and King, I'm going to be like, what? What's the North Node focus for the divine feminine, regardless of gender? Wow, heart magic. Create your world from your heart. It's your magic wand of the universe. And that's true. It is. Because the feminine comes from the heart space. And that's why the more love, unconditional love, forgiveness, no matter how dark things got between you and your twin flame and all the karmic people and all that shit, when you can be coming from unconditional love, right? Not conditional shit that the masculines have been used to. That helps them accept, right, wow, this person can love me despite the parts of me that I find unlovable. Like, tell me a love that's greater than that. You know what I mean? And then when they accept that you're able to love them despite knowing what you know, because it makes you you, all the lessons you go through, everything makes you you, then they're able to love you back like that. It's kind of beautiful. Masculine. And then the masculine's like, yeah, I get it. I've looked in my shadow. I accept my shadow. Now that I love and accept myself, I can love and accept you the way you deserve. Celebrate. The energy of excitement is in the air. Announcements, connections, and celebrations bring unity and joy. That word unity has been haunting us in a good way for at least a week or two, because if you weren't around when I channeled that video, my dad got a haircut, and, well, more importantly, I had just said silently in my head, right, when I walk in the house, someone's going to give me a sign about unions, because I knew I was coming back to do a video, and I knew it'd be my dad, because he just always seems to pass on a divine message in the most serendipitous random ways. And he was, and I was, looking sharp, your haircut's done the usual, making you look younger. And he was like, yeah, I got it cut at this new place called Unity. I was like, okay. I didn't say anything, I just laughed to myself. Yep, and because of the celebrations and the heart magic, it's bringing together this pair again that are clearly having, well, they're having a lot of fun like this pair are. Do you know what I mean? It's the unions. That's the love that gets felt all over the world when the twin flame unions are having a good time. The ocean of love is predictable. Forgive yourself. Is unpredictable, rather. Aye, fucking hell. Forgive yourself in every moment and open your heart to receive the gift of love. That is beautiful, guys. Right, okay, so big energies. Right. Sorry, those noises are annoying me too, actually. Right. Wait a minute, I'm going to pause this. Right, I had to pause it to read it because I'm like, I've just done that. What karmic lessons are they learning and what needs to be released in shadow work? I like to do that together because I feel like I've already done that, but I'm going to read that again and like see whether it, like, let's just see with this deck. So what is some kind of karmic lesson that the feminine might be learning or needs released? What's some shadow work you might not be aware of? I never felt a passion, this intense chemistry. Right, this is really weird how they're telling me this, but I do get it. I feel the shadow work that you're going to have to do. Oh my god, look, what's it? Friends or family disapprove of this connection. That's the masculine's one, right? So we'll deal with this. So, but this actually makes a lot of sense. It's coming together. The shadow work the feminine needs to do, right, is that this chemistry is off the charts, right, in these waves, and now it makes so much sense why that card. And because it's off the charts and it's where did that go? Because it's off the charts and it's like, you know, this kind of excitement, you know, it's like it's about focusing on the friendship as well as the passion. So it's about the shadow work you need to do is, I feel they're sort of saying like not to get too carried away in the wave of the chemistry, you know, like, and to stay grounded with it. Like, have fun, but really assess, like, you know, do we need to jump into bed right away? Or maybe is it wise that we maybe try things a way that we've never tried it before? Like, I don't mean like that. I mean like, you know, actually build upon a stronger foundation. Like, that's, you know, of love, as they pull me to 2 cups. Like, more friendship even before the love is what they're saying to me. So that's your call, whether your shadow wants to be like, fuck that, I'm diving right in. And there's no judgment on that, you know what I mean? It's not like, it's more just about, it reminds me of what Matt Boggs would say. Again, when I watched Matt Boggs over 10 years ago, more like 15 years ago, I don't know if it's as, yeah, I think it is probably is that. Anyway, he's well fucking 1 million, 2 million or something. But there was a video, he hasn't got there anymore, but I just memorised it. It was he always used to say, as long as somebody's signed your contract, and I don't mean literally signed a contract, but it's like, as long as you've got a contract yourself and this person's met the criteria and you trust them and you're confident this person's not about to fuck you over again, or, you know, if that happened, then yeah, bash on. But if you've even got a slightest bit of doubt, or you do need this person, their actions to speak louder than empty words, which might not be the case, because a lot of twin flames, it's not even like somebody's come in and love bombed you and promised you the world. You probably just haven't even had that much contact with them. It's just a case of needing to get to know each other again. So whatever the deal is, if there's a lack of trust, build the trust. That's why I think this has come out for shadow work. And I don't even need to explain this, but I'm going to. The shadow work, because remember the question was what karmic lessons are learning, what needs to be released. Karmic lesson, feminine's learning, protect yourself, right? If you feel like you can trust your divine masculine and it feels right, go with the flow. You do you, especially because they pulled to me to seriously just do it. But that can mean different things for different people. Divine masculine, again, I'm going to read the question. What karmic lessons are they learning and you learning, and what needs released? And shadow work, this. Friends and family disapprove of the connection. So that's what you need to release. Who gives a fuck? It's not their connection. Do you know what I mean? Like, your calling wasn't a conference call. That meme springs to mind. Like, and look at all the evidence to back up. This is why, you know, this is why I'm so connected to Lady Portia and Saint Germain. Remember, the Violet Flame did come out there as well. It's there's a reason why people have said to me, like I'd make a good lawyer, because I do come up with the facts here. Like, I'm not good at, I wouldn't make a good lawyer literally, because I'm not good at gathering facts, but I am in my own weird way, is that there is a lot of evidence here that backs up, especially when I'm shuffling, the cards are coming out, that you see other people doing it. If you watch other channels, just go and look about. It's a fact that the family and friends, maybe not always the family, and maybe not all the friends, but it's one of these two or both of them, or karmic lovers or karmic whatever work people or whatever else it could be, express some kind of disapproval, which a lot of the time it's like, wait, what is that based on? A lot of them don't even fucking know your twin flame, you know what I mean? And you can't know somebody from watching them, and for the ones that are out in public, you don't know somebody. There's a, it's like an iceberg. Just because somebody's online, even if you don't fucking know them, it's because they're trying to stop the divine masculines actually from being happy, which is what's really sad. But I know that because it fucking comes up in every single session. Pretty much every single session that I do with a divine masculine, it always comes down to it that the family are trying to hold the divine masculine back from shining. And that's why I've said from the very start, right, when I talk about this, take note of who doesn't like your true twin flame. It means there's something, there's demons in them that are being irritated by you as well, not just your twin flame. They've got it in for you. And that's what I think's triggered people a lot of the time. You don't want to believe it, but it's true. I say it all the time, like I take note of people that I've ever expressed in the whole time I've known mine that not liking them, because I'm just, and I'll take on the facts of why that's the case. And it's different if people are expressing concern about if it's got something to do with me, right? But I've got good people around me, and it's always good reason why. And even with that, like the people around me, yeah, it's very supportive. So it's not. So anyway, but I've always said, if there was people that spoke shit and I knew it was coming from a place of jealousy, I'd be like, fucking see you later. To your advice, or to the person, depending on how much they were trying to stop something coming together. So you've got to be that strong in it, divine feminines, or your divine masculine, because even when you are that strong in it, it doesn't mean your divine masculine's going to be catching up that quick, because look, mine still isn't here, you know what I mean? But you've got to hold on to the faith. So, what else have we got here for shadow work for divine feminine? Hope, yeah. I haven't given up hope on us yet. So, again, that's one of my strongest things here. I mean, this is one of my favourite words, alongside integrity, is, I never give up hope. And one of the reasons I never give up hope is because of the chemistry that I've got with mine. It's unmatchable. And that's why I always say I'm extremely wary or discerning with some twin flame people that are claiming to be a twin flame. If they pop up with their apparent twin flame, I'm like, there's nothing twin flames about there in the slightest. Like, I can feel it. It's literally my calling to tune into this stuff. Because it seems to be a fashionable thing for years for people to be like, nobody can tell you who your twin flame is, only you know. Well, actually, and some people are like, oh, I'm not qualified to say this. Well, actually, I am, with several different things, qualified to say this, even just the time factor, but the fact that I am trained in therapy and hypnotherapy and shamanic healing and Reiki and all this different kind of stuff. And I'm fucking really psychic and I talk to God. Basically, I am qualified to be able to tell, right? But a lot of people, they actually can't tell whether it's their person or not because they've been gaslit that much, they're confused. So that is not even a true statement. So anyway, divine feminines, if you're giving up hope, come and get some support and I'll be able to help you with that, because we all have rough times. But do some shadow work around why you might be feeling like throwing the towel in, is what I'm getting from that. And if you're not, then that's great. That's just for somebody that might be feeling like that. And nobody can blame you, believe me. So I think I've got these fucking happy clappy rainbows. We need it with the dark stuff that comes through. So what's some more shadow work and something, a karmic lesson that needs to be released? That kind of goes along with releasing worry if you think about it. Overwhelm, wow. The stress from this is draining me. So again, it's like, I feel that's what needs to be released. Like divine masculines, you need to 10 of wands it. You need to drop the burdens. Like, because it came out in reverse. So I feel this person might have Somebody watching this might have actually already done that. Like, they've dropped what was overwhelming them and they're coming in for a conversation. I want to call you and hear your voice. That's definitely the energy that keeps coming through. Some of these divine masculines, some of you are getting to the point where you're like, this is actually overwhelming me keeping this in. Like, I need to just talk to them now. And also, it could be because this is divine masculine's feminine side too. They've not given up hope on you and the connection, and that's why, like, look, new chapter. I'm trying to move on. The masculine's trying to move on. We're a new chapter with the twin flame. They just, I've got strong soul ties to other people, but they always feel connected to you because you're inseparable. Our love is there despite the distance. And I see your side of the story. That's the shadow work that came out yesterday. And again, depends when you see this, but yesterday, whenever, the one I put out yesterday, that had that there. I see your side of the story. Right, okay, so, and again, that's got to be about this, unfortunately. And I'm not even using that deck, but that's how much that card needed to be seen. Probably because I haven't got that deck that I just mentioned about bullies. Like, a lot of the bullies are these people in people's lives, which is really shit to say, but it's true. And again, bullies is a strong word, so you can't use that for everyone's situation, but I'm just saying what they're getting me to say. Right, so what is some of the advice for... Before I do that, I'm going to do some messages. So what's a message from a divine masculine to a divine feminine? I just picked up the illusion card, by the way. Avoid the trap of mistaking a fantasy for a true soul connection. So again, I feel that's about the people, the karmic energies that try to get in people's head about who they were. Like, oh, I'm your twin flame or I'm your soulmate. You know, don't listen to this other person that I don't know who they are, but actually the other person that they're trying to pull you away from is your true twin flame. I miss her inside jokes, and I feel you know that because you'd have memories and inside jokes with your true twin flame. If this is for you, right? So the divine masculine wants to say to the divine feminine, I'm interested. I know you're focusing on other things and it makes me curious about what you're doing. I want to share your dreams. So because the divine feminines are healthily detached and focused on your creativity and letting go and focused on your creativity. They just reminded me. Don't know how I remembered that. That's how you know that they reminded me, because I would remember that. Some of you need to be reading a book about something, because you just told me to look in a book. Whatever your question is right now, you'll find the answer in a book. The words you find will bring you the insight you seek. Now, that's part of my gift, right, is I can just go up to a book and open up on a page and it'll be a message somebody needs to hear. I'll show you right now, right? I'm going to go and get one of the guidebooks that's staring at me over there. But yeah, you might want to do that too. Or there's a book that's been calling to you that you haven't been paying attention to. So I'm taking that on board as well. I'm just going to, because that happened. Or it could be the masculine, because it's a message from the masculine. What's a message someone needs? About the offers. Well, maybe it's got something to do with writing a book. Or writing down your thoughts. Four of Spring. Now, before I get excited here, is that the Four of Wands? Gratitude is a powerful manifesting energy of the universe, helping you gracefully dance with the magical light-footedness of the fairies. Taking time to say thank you to your co-workers, and God creates a circular flow that brings more abundance. Every day, give thanks for some of your life. You can do so aloud in your prayers. This card also indicates new reasons to celebrate that will soon make themselves known. You need to set aside some time for social events such as weddings, housewarmings, baby showers, or other parties to acknowledge a milestone or announce advancement. It is, it's the fucking Four of Wands. This is my birthday card. A happy couple join in a dance of gratitude in a field of flowers in the background in the castle that they've built, representing the great abundance they've worked so hard to attain. If you're not at that bit yet, I feel that's what's coming for a lot of the unions. Like, you're going to be happy in a field of flowers, a castle. Again, remember, I call my house the castle, so I feel that's symbolic in a happy home that you worked hard to get. Feeling life is, whether you own it or not, by the way, it's just about, like, you know, feeling happy in a home, feeling that life is wonderful. But even if you don't, I feel like that's the things that are going to change so much in your life, that you're going to be going from, like, yeah, just basically being really taken care of. Like, you know, God's going to make sure you get your divine inheritance. Pride of your accomplishments, a deep sense of peace and happiness, a contented personal life, a new home. Yeah, so I mean, for all the fucking pages from me open up, that's pretty crazy. So, and yeah, look, this masculine's feeling lost. That came out. Look at all those cards, and that came out the last time. Nobody seems to get me or understand me, but you, I feel so alone. So this divine masculine's going through a really rough spiritual awakening, realising that the people around them they just can't trust, and that they've been sticking the knife in. Now, it might not be everyone, like hopefully not, but in a lot of these cases, it really is a lot of people. I'm learning. I've grown up since our last encounter. I've been working on myself and becoming someone you can be proud of. Yeah, so this masculine's wisened up, I think, to the people, and they're telling me one more, wisened up to the people who couldn't see. Yeah, I watch. This one likes to make an appearance. I'm your secret admirer. I watch your social media, search you online. I sometimes try to be where you are. Again, so all of that might not be relevant because I just don't think that. Again, that isn't my divine masculine style. Like, he definitely watches what I do here, but it's like, he wouldn't try to be where I was. Like, that would just be fucking awkward as tits. Like, seriously. So anyway, I don't know what the deal is for you, but I just know that. So, what's the message from the divine feminine? I'm here for you day and night, and one day you'll be right by my side. That feels beautiful with those messages that just came out. And this comes out all the time, and it's because I wrote these. Now remember, just because I wrote these doesn't mean I feel what it says on the card every time I'm doing this. But in this case, that's true. I am really proud of my divine masculine. And, you know, he or anyone else might cringe when they're like, oh, but you don't know about this. And it's like, well, how do you know I don't know? Maybe I do. I'm a high priestess. But maybe I don't. And maybe I don't fucking care. I still love him unconditionally and I'm still proud of him. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of things that I didn't know. And then when I found out, I did better. So he's got that potential too. So anyway, don't know what that's all about. But moving on. Or maybe I do. So much time has passed, but my love grows stronger each day. True. And you'll always be the one that got away, but I know you'll come back. There's two about this confidence about this person coming back. And then look what I just said about that film. They had to spend 5 years apart, right? But then they got back together again. Every time something important, good or bad happens, I want you first in an act of true love for a broken heart. And I'll be your cheerleader every day. You taught me how to love myself, and I know you're trying to love yourself. I'm proud of you. Two cards that are saying, I'm proud of you. Because it's like I said on the live the other day, I'm just really fucking proud of mine if he's even trying to do the healing work. Because look how impossible it is for these divine masculines to get out of these fucking spider webs. And look, that was timely. I know your worth. If something feels off, it usually is. And whenever your fear tells you, I wouldn't want to hear from you, it's just that. I always do. Because you're my best friend. And the happiest times of my life are my memories with you. And I see your name fucking everywhere. You're more powerful than you realise. It makes me mad to know that others haven't appreciated how amazing you are today. I'm fucking done, but look, there's energies that try to hold us back from another. Some are closer than how you think. Yeah, this is definitely my wave, because this is how heavily attacked we get. They're just showing you, you know what I mean? A wee insight doesn't mean it's my actual reading, but fucking hell, it feels quite close to it. Right, so, not funny either, is it? But right, let's do a wee. I'm going to end it with the prayer cards. That's what I'll do if I remember. So, advice for. Right, let's get some advice. I might use a few. So, advice for the divine feminine's feminine side. Stay grounded. Yeah, stay grounded and keep being the divine feminine and keep focused on your creativity. Yeah, and you keep receiving that divine cosmic intelligence. And some more advice for divine feminine's feminine side. Surrender to trust. Look how much trust has come out. Trust yourself and your decisions. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions about what to do. And that's because of what I said, even with the simplest of things, right? Because if you allow yourself to be swayed by other people's opinions on your life, it will happen to your masculine times 10. Take action and be confident you've chosen the right path. That actually feels like that's even now, and surrender to divine timing. That's such a divine feminine message. That feels like that's now fitting in with something else. I don't know. It's the same message basically. Right, and before I forget, divine feminine's masculine side. I wouldn't normally do it this and like, you know, I'd just do divine feminine, but they've got me to do it like that. Masculine. So your masculine making decision side is, yeah, look, ground again, ground, shield, protect. So you've got to keep your boundaries up, protect your energy, be very discerning of who you let around you at this time, right? And practice patience as your masculine is like going through the karmic purge. That came up on the shorts for Monday. But I mean, they're timeless, but it did come up. And mirror reflections. And I really do feel it's because the masculine is having a karmic purge. Do you know what I mean? Whatever that means to you. And for your masculine side, and maybe you are, maybe there's still people around you that you need to take a good look at, you know, what you allow in your life. It just, you've got to always be discerning. For your masculine side, feminine, and divine masculine, this can still resonate for you. Yeah, surrender to spirit. Once you've done everything you can to achieve a goal, turn your situation over to the divine. Let spirit work its magic for you. I can't. These messages are... This is why I'll have to go in public. Because that's... I don't know. I have to, you know, because I feel guilty about not putting in public. But this is what I'm saying. I can't always feel like that. Because I need to get received back as well. So if I do put this in public, I hope people are grateful. And one step up more than that, like if you are able to give back as well, you know, because, you know, you'll notice that if you watch anybody that is more, you know, delivering it as a kingdom spouse word, like, you know, they've got those things about, like, you know, seed back into the channel, like basically donate if you can and it goes back in the channel. It's the exact same thing as here. Like, I'm doing this work for God, for the divine. And yeah, so basically, like I said, I know if people can't, but I have to stress that it's but yeah, basically, because it's the fact that that's why I've got that. When people do genuinely do that, if you can and you feel called to, like there'll be a calling in your spirit to, because this really helped you and because I took all this time to do this for people, you will get blessings back for doing that, you know, for actually supporting the work that I do for everyone. But yeah, like this is basically where I feel the feminines are at. Like, you've done a lot. You don't. It depends where you look at it. You still need to. It is still a lot of energetic work. You still need to protect your boundaries. You still need to protect how much you work and play and rest. And you know, it's a lot of work. But in terms of like you tirelessly trying to get like your divine masculine to see the truth, no, you don't need to do that. Again, it depends what your, you know, if your creative talents are like mine, it's arguable that, well, as I'm helping wake other people up, I'm also waking my own twin up. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, just get guided to do what you're meant to do. Like, I know for me that, like, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a bit of a halt to some of these messages, even just for a few weeks, even if it's just a week or 2 weeks, just to give a bit of breathing room, all of that, because it is quite intense. Right, so masculine's feminine side. But basically, yeah, it's that the general gist is feminines, you've done enough. Let the masculine come towards you. So definitely, if you're a feminine that's like checking, oh, are you awake yet, or you know, are you this or that? No, don't do any of that. I'd like to think my collective don't anyway, but I know some of you out there might be still doing that. And forgive yourself if you do. So just be honest about yourself. But let your light shine, divine masculine. Divine masculine's feminine side. The advice is let your light shine. Absolutely. Be who you are. And then we've got you can do it. Look at this. And if you feel like you can't do it, because this is your advice, if you feel like you can't let your light shine and you can't do it, you need to clear your energy blocks with me. Or clear your energy blocks somewhere. Activating the higher chakras. Yeah, and you need to take responsibility where you need to do that, to forgive yourself, and you know, and that heals your abandonment issues. So that feels like getting support from where you need it too, to be real. And look what that does. It then brings you in alignment with your true twin flame, because you've accepted your shadow. Everything's possible, and it heals the separation. And yeah, it must be booking a session with me, because look, awareness, crystal clear vision. Again, I can't help the cards coming out. And divine masculine's feminine side. See, this is, look, following your feelings, letting your light shine. Remembering you can do, basically it's nurturing yourself. surrender to what is, flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace. So this means once you've done everything you can, so I think this is a unique message, but it's once you've done everything you can to mend things with your twin flame, depending on how bad some of these situations are, leave it, you know what I mean? So if you're a divine masculine and you send a message and you don't get an instant response, it's going to be a test from God, right? From spirit being like, don't automatically think, well, that's it, you know, they're doing back to me what I done to them. No, you just don't know what's going on in people's lives. They might be like that guy in that film that's like, wait a minute, I'm overwhelmed, I'm just going to need a minute. Some of us might faint, you know, we might fucking faint, bang our heads and fucking be unconscious, you never... All jokes aside, it's once you've done, so if you know, divine masculine, that you've done everything in your power to make amends with what went on, then surrender what is, let the cookie crumble where it may. But if you know that you've not made any effort towards mending things with your twin flame, well, what's the advice there? Surrender the idea you can fix someone. And I think that's about surrender. Basically tune in to your feelings. This is for the people that are still in karmic connections. Surrender the idea that you can fix that person, because you can't. And now I know why they got me to tell certain stories about karmic connections around me. I was in that place for a long time about lots of people around me. I kept thinking that the more love I gave them, they were going to treat me different. They didn't, and I had to cut things off. So, you know what I mean? And that goes with some clients too. You can't just pour all your energy into people and get nothing back. So it's time for a relationship to shift. It doesn't work to try to fix someone. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. So not only does the feminine need to move on from the masculine, when the masculine is not stopping their distorted ways and they're not treating you right, don't let somebody treat you like that. It will break your heart. But even when someone's your true twin flame, but you have to move away from them for them to live the life that they feel they want to live in that moment, which won't feel very nice to you on the receiving end of, believe me. But that's, you know, you've chose the path that you've chosen, they've chose the path that they've chose, and you'll come back together when you're meant to. But this is the masculines that need to let go of the idea that something's going to change with someone when it just isn't. Basically, it's why they got me to tell those stories. The masculines in something where they're trying to, so it's either romantic or it's like a friend or something, or a family member or something like that, but we'll now do it for the masculine side and see if something about boundaries comes up. But look, I fucking apologise, seriously, just do it. So I don't know where that fits in, but I think it's like a divine masculine's like wanting some kind of like remorse or apology or something to come from someone around them that's just not going to come. Believe me, like from going through all of this, like some people will just not apologise for how they've hurt you and betrayed you because they've got people around them that never done it to them. So you can't expect people to do something towards you that they've never had themselves. Just forgive them anyway and move on with your life to free yourself. And then there's the other head fuck where sometimes people will come towards you and they will apologise and it's for show. And that's like that again, that is a very narcissistic trait to get everybody on their side. So it's very complicated. So you've got to wisen up. Divine masculine's masculine side advice. Yeah, blossom. One with self. You're blossoming. You're blossoming. Pay attention to who claps when you win and who doesn't. That's what I would say from personal experience. And also, again, another head fuck. Pay attention to who does that. Is it genuine or not? Because people know, you know. That's why people come out the woodwork when you're doing better. Yeah, look, you're going through a soul merger with your twin flame. And this is why the Divine Feminine had such strict advice about protect your energy. You're going through a soul merger, and if you're in alignment with this guidance, you're about to receive the Holy Grail. And the Divine Feminine got that too. Look, your masculine twin, and this is the masculine twin's masculine advice. You're releasing your lower self, which is why that just came through so strongly. And I'm feeling the weirdest, God, I can't even explain that. I'm feeling a pain at my womb, my sacral chakra. So it's like that's trauma, but if this is for like males, I mean, the masculine doesn't always need to be a male, but a lot are. It's like that's some kind of pain and trauma that needs to be released. And it feels like codependency, like whenever you're holding on to some kind of codependent, toxic, hot and cold romantic relationship, or toxic friendship, or whatever else. What is the rest of the divine masculine advice? Yeah, soulmate, clearing core wounds. You've been, again, that's come through loud and clear. Clearing core wounds with some kind of soulmate that's part of your awakening. Personal freedom unleashed. But I think the part of the awakening was to finally free yourself from the chains. See what I mean? Because I never noticed that until not that long ago in one of these. That look, that's the divine masculine. That's you freeing yourself from somebody that was controlling you. Only you know who that is, and it could be several people. So you're going to have to stay grounded and protect yourself while you let your light shine. Because you're also receiving divine creativity, receiving cosmic intelligence, and electric shockwaves are going through you to tell you to share that creativity. Look, divine creativity, creative expression. And this karmic relationship is what stops it. Release it, so you need to release the past. Which some people have had to be very patient with as they transmute that negative energy. Because it's all in divine order. So that's why we're really proud of you masculines. But that's going to lead to a unification and true abundance. So any masculines that are worried about finances in particular, abundance codes come in when you're in union. That's why this is called unification, aligning with abundance. When you're with the other half of your soul, where have I put, is it under here? The yin yang thing. That probably means something that I can't find it anyway. When you're with the other half of your soul, you attract abundance, because masculine and feminine energy together is what creates abundance in one person. You know, that's how you make true abundance. But with twin flames, in particular, a lot of twin flames that I come into contact with, because that's my experience, if your masculine's receiving a lot of difficult karma, it can really hold back your finances because you're that linked. Equally, there can be good things. Like that's why a lot of the karmic energy siphon the healing energy from divine feminines through a divine masculine, through the sacral. And look at what I just spoke about the sacral. But anyway, we'll not go too much into that. But the divine masculine is putting a dark night soul behind them. They've integrated their shadow. The separation's been healed, and they're now the divine masculine. Boom, drop the mic. We fucking love it. And the advice for the divine masculine's masculine side is boundaries going to come up again. What's going to come up? Wow. See, like the divine masculines, you're being really guided. Like, so this video is seriously going to be 2 hours now. So this is, if you like this is the kind that I'll endeavour to be putting on the behind a paywall, you know, because this is quite a long time. Yeah, it's quite a long time, and I didn't have the most energy there. But actually, I seem to fucking pull some energy from out my arse for this one anyway. But creativity. You're being guided to focus on your creativity. So it's not only your union, but it's the creativity that's flooding in. There's a butterfly again. Be very aware of who is allowing you to be expressing your creativity and who is not. Let your imagination soar. Stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or solve a problem. And divine masculine's masculine side, that's what masculine energy likes to do, solve a problem. That's why, you know, the masculines that don't want to do the work before they've released their lower self, which I don't really like the word in that card, but it's what it says. They go for low-hanging fruit because they don't need to do the hard work with them, right? Now, sorry, there's no other nice way to say that, but it's true. They go for low-hanging fruit because they don't need to put in the hard work. They don't need to be their higher self. With a divine feminine, they do. And they know that divine feminine know how creative they are and how talented they are. And you support each other with that. And so this is divine masculine solving a problem about how to come towards their feminine in that divine masculine energy. And that's why it's so important that you do believe in your masculine. Because look, they're stepping into this. Surrender your full power. Your life is calling for you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. I mean, I'm fucking... Guys, you see me shuffling. If you're a divine masculine that's being, I don't know, held back by people around you, like, look, pay attention to who's keeping you playing it small. And this happened to divine feminines too. Like, I spotted who in my life was cheering me on and who wasn't, and that's all I'm really going to say. What are some possible soul retrievals people need? Oh, I usually use those cards I just used. Let's use a different. Let's use this one and see. What's a possible soul retrieval somebody needs? So if it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, then don't take this bit because it's specific. Wow, the shadow. Well, that's fucking spot on. Everybody watching this could benefit from doing that work with me. Like doing a personal one-to-one soul retrieval, because everybody's shadow runs away. And that's why I have to speak to people for hours. Because your shadow will be like, oh, I'm alright, yeah, but oh no, like my friends are amazing, my family's amazing, my partner's amazing. And then you find out further down the line that actually the partner isn't amazing, they're a narcissist, and the friends are actually a group of toxic friends. And what else did I say there? Yeah, basically it's a smokescreen, do you know what I mean? Because that's what a lot of people do. So I just gave that one example. So what's another? Or like, no, I'm not self-sabotaging, you know what I mean? Nothing works out for me. I've not ever got this luck because like I'm doing everything I can and I can help you get to, no, you're self-sabotaging somewhere. We all do. Some of you have got heavy spiritual warfare on top of that, right? So if you feel like, no, I actually have overcome this, and I feel like every time I get up, I get knocked back down, that's spiritual warfare. And I know what you mean because that's what happens to me. So, but you can't surrender to that either. There's ways to protect your energy. You just, again, you need to book a personal session. But I talk about it all the time in public too. There's enough there to educate you about that. What's another soul retrieval? Compassion. Yeah, you need, if you're not very kind to yourself, you need a soul retrieval on your self-worth. You learned that from somewhere. You maybe need a soul retrieval about believing in love too, because Emerald about being about true love. Maybe your heart chakra's blocked because they're pulling me to the green leaf there. And I think I'm going to need to burn this one and get another one actually because it's going a bit... Oh, you can't see. I was pointing at that. Another soul retrieval. Relaxation. Yeah, I feel if you're unable to like relax and rest in your feminine energy, regardless of your gender, by the way, I feel you've got an addiction to working. Yeah, look, because then I pulled take action, but I feel it's like you're unable to like get out of that. Like you're just basically constantly in too much action. Yeah, and you need to accept that, you know, Rhodochrosite's about healing your heart. There's some things that happen to us in life where you do need to rest. And like somebody needs a soul retrieval to do with something about abundance, money. I think I was definitely picking up on that. Like somebody's like, you know, I don't know, like you've got a real chip on your shoulder about money, someone there. And again, I'm a very good person to help people with that because the way that I look at money is like, you know, quite unique because it's definitely where it is in my chart. But it's because I'm here to birth the new earth money system, which is why I think I have such issues with the way money is. Yeah, just the way money, because look at it, like it's a fact that when the masculine energy is in distorted energy, whether you're a male or a female, like, I mean, because I've had loads of clients that honestly, sometimes, not all clients, but I've had a lot of clients that literally all they go on about is making money. And it bores me, do you know what I mean? But I do help people make the money, but it's like, and then I've got clients as well that you'll know that you watch it, it's like, yeah, you want to make the money, but you're more bothered about doing what you love, and then the money comes. So it's all different kinds of things, but what's another soul retrieval? Because I know that will trigger people. Yeah, the shadow. Look, I was just about to say, I know that me saying that will trigger some people, but it's different things for different people, and everything I'm talking about, it's either I have things going on like this too, and I have to constantly work at it. But I feel for a lot of this, it is because a lot of you're like me, and you're tuned into the future energies, which is fucking annoying. It doesn't mean like, oh yeah, I'm tuned into something that other people, in a way it is, it's kind of cool to be tuned into the future, but there does come problems with it because when we're still in the old system that's crumbling. So, but again, the shadow came out again, so that's the tough love that I bring, you know, I help you come into balance with your inner feminine, your inner masculine. That actually means that some people need to do the big session, my big session that's unique to me, to help you balance your inner masculine and feminine. But I only do that with someone after you've worked with me a few times and it feels like you're ready for it because it's a big session. I can only think of on one hand, I can count the people I've done that with, where I hadn't, you know, met you that many times or done that much work with you in spirit, were like, this person's ready for this. So think yourself lucky if that was you. It wasn't me, it was God saying this person's ready. So what do we need to know about the future? Right. So I cut the deck at marriage, so stay optimistic about your spiritual union, because that's what that means. Unless you are in a marriage with your twin flame, or future stuff, like, because we could have some twin flames, you see, that are married and your marriage has been split up, but you are twin flames, you know, like, because I have helped people with that in the past. So, you know, if someone's listening and that's the case, that's like my couples therapy kind of sessions. Right, so, which I do foresee I'll be doing more of as twins come into union, because it's such a, you know, an interesting dynamic that you do need support from, you know, like, that's when I think I'll be really busy, because that's my speciality, you know what I mean? I'm very good at helping people work out arguments, like twin flame or not twin flame. The power of love is like a magnet drawing souls together. Yeah, because I can be impartial. Like, I don't just side with the person that I'm closest with. I've always been sorting out things in, like, any training groups I've ever been to. If people were arguing, because that happens all the time in any kind of healing thing, people's shadows start to show. Especially if you've went to something that's like over a long weekend or a week. Like, I've given things before about when I've been to certain healing things, well, training things or that I keep anonymous, but like, this was years ago now, but they're drawing me to the word when I'm saying it. Actually, they're drawing me, yeah, anyway, online or offline. But it's basically, definitely if it's in person, because I mean, it's basically, yeah, people can, their shadows can show, like, you know what I mean? People can be a right C word, which is why I prefer to do things online, because it's horrible enough online, but at least you can fucking click off. If you're in someone in person, you kind of course, you can always walk out too, but why should you walk out? Because somebody's not able to control their jealousy, and, you know, it's the world we live in, guys. Right, tell us about the future of the majority of what I've just picked up on here. It's the future of some of these unions. Openness, yeah, you're going to need to be open to divine guidance, but open with one another, you know. Start a new chapter. Passion keeps grabbing my attention like several times when I'm shuffling, but I'll see if it comes out. Yeah, pay attention to the synchronicity. A divine soul counterpart relationship is blessed with amazing moments of synchronicity. Yeah, pay attention to the signs, absolutely. And also, this is a wasp. Life stings, you know. There's been a lot of pain on this journey. And in order to get to the bottom of what comes next, you're going to have to be an open book about everything that's went down in the past life relationship. You've known each other before, and you might actually, this might be about having strong heart-to-heart conversations about, like, experiences of past lives, which that'll be intense. Yeah, and learn from this, you know. There's a book again, so I feel a lot of you will write your story in some kind of way, or tell your story. Let love show you how to learn from each other. I feel this is like love of all kinds, good and bad, has showed you what you do and what you don't want, and then you can match stories and see where you're both at, you know. Express your love. If you held it in, go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Healing family issues. I feel this is what's going to go on for a lot of people, because these are the things that you both might not know about one another. Your love life benefits, you forgive your parents, so, like, you know, whatever kind of limit and beliefs you have from childhood or society or whatever. And unrequited love, there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep us going. I feel this is going to be, because it came out in the verse, I feel this is going to be the masculines that are coming forward saying, like, look, I'm sorry, you know, like, and then look what they pulled me to. I was conditioned to hide my feelings from childhood, and I didn't know that when I was doing that. Like, it was just, like, programmed into me. And yeah, I've been tested. Your strengths and weaknesses have been tested. See how much spiritual warfare is in this. Like, and I did mention it was making sense about my journey. Honour your loved ones and you'll notice your relationship becoming stronger. Honour the connection you've both went through. Honour how much you've both had to release codependent connections in your life. And, you know, stay optimistic wherever you're at. Pay attention to the red flags of the people around you that are trying to hold you back, because there's a lot of it, because it's intense, and people can spin that to be something that it's not. It's intense, including you can do that yourself, but look, it's intense passion. It's not a bad thing. It's love. The intensity of a true soul connection, a true twin flame soul connection, includes great highs and great lows. Doesn't mean it's not your person. Quite the opposite. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. It's why, unfortunately, as nice as some people's soulmates can be, it's kind of like nice but dim. I wanted to say nice but dim Tim, but it's kind of like nice but dim. The Divine Masculine is going to get very bored with a soulmate because it's not the twin flame. You need that bit of tug of war, you know what I mean? Because that's how you were designed. You were designed with a twin flame. You're two halves of the same whole, and it's a bond that just goes stronger over time. It's a spiritual bond. Your spiritual journey is just beginning together, and you're going to have to trust as it evolves and move through the challenges together, having each other's back. And then look, that's definitely two people having each other's back. You begin to feel your heartbeat faster as you're close, but guess what? You're still going to have deception around you. You're still going to have people that are wearing false self-masks, but at least you'll be together in union. I mean, that's looking very much like, you know, physical unions of the marital kind. Notice everything remarkable about your relationships, yeah, and then allow your dreams to come true. Share your dreams together and encourage each other to make reality. And of course, a lot of you will have a very scary, you'll be scared in a good way. You'll be freaked out when you share your dreams, how much they match, because you were being so telepathic with one another before you actually meet in the person again. Share your dreams together and encourage each other to make them a reality, because let's face it, there aren't a lot of folk around you that are doing that, you know, like that's, you got to encourage each other, because it's yourself. Close soul connections are harmoniously synchronized, creating moments of telepathy. That's why, right, I'm able to help you get really deep down into the shadow, because I've got the Pluto 0 degrees retrograde in the 12th house. You couldn't get any deep down more into the shadow. I've faced every deep dark part of myself, so nothing, and I mean literally nothing, shocks me on my own journey or with other people. Notice I said nothing shocks me. It doesn't mean nothing upsets me, but I can handle a lot, and I was designed that way. But that's why I also like to enjoy the peaceful parts of my life, because, you know, and that's why they make me say that, because that's how I've always been. I used to think that being around chaos non-stop, right, was normal. It's not. When you heal properly, your energy changes and you don't want to be around that chaos anymore, whatever that means to you. You'll create more boundaries around yourself. You'll spend a lot more time alone, and then when you do integrate being around people, it won't be the same people unless they've healed and elevated. So oh, wait a minute, I've not done a new earth message. Cosmic self, you're a cosmic being, stay confident in your truth. Look how many cards there are, and that one came out again. It came out the other day. Stay confident in your truth, because not everybody can see the vision that you've got. Lord knows not everybody saw the vision that I had for my life, that God told me, but I know that God wasn't lying. Fire and water, stillness amidst turmoil. Look at what I just said about chaos. Feels emotional integration. Yeah, integrate the emotional energy that's coming in. A lot of big changes. Vision of unity. Look how much I've homed in on the word unity. Focus on the light, right to see, releasing releasing illusion, pineal activation, third eye. People that couldn't see before are now seeing through the illusion. My phone just locked itself, that's how long I've been talking. Dove of peace, look, this is what I always say is connected to God. The dove is what guides me at my throat chakra, because it's God. Stay in the heart, all is well, be at peace. Stay in your heart, divine feminines, no matter what. Crystal child, your natural core, pure, innocent, removing falsehood, seer. That's so beautiful, and that's really, really deep. But that's the divine masculine is innocent, right, at their core. the falsehood is being removed around them, and because of that, they're becoming extremely clairvoyant. Because their third eye is clear. You see, that's what I do for people too. Crystal clear visions. I clear the energies blocking your third eye. Earth angel, because that's me. I'm an earth angel. Kindness, sensitivity, strength, higher perspective, divine abilities. Now my throat chakra's going. That's it, right, lovely. That one again. Let go of fear to jump into love. Let go beyond attachments. People are moving beyond the negative attachments that have held them back. That full moon in Sagittarius brought a shitload of truth to people's lives. I feel that's because for a lot of people, particularly if it was like, well, really I could say any house. I was going to say, like, you know, if it's in your first house, I believe that's when a lot of betrayals can come to light. If it's in your, your 12th house, I meant to say, but yeah, in your first house too. The first house, I often feel when it's a full moon in your first house, it's like a bit of a, it's like another bit of like an ego death, because the Aries, the first house is your ego. But I feel it's somewhere like that for a lot of people, that it's like a lot of truth has come to light. And I don't know why they're pulling me these. I don't really want to pull in more shade right before I end, but it might be good cards, you never know. Why have I picked up these? Oh, that's a lesson, by the way. You think there's, look at this, there's nothing bad. You think that there's something bad, you think something bad's coming, right? And yeah, I don't know what is for everyone's situation, but what I do know is it won't be at your side, but here it just reached 1 hour 11 minutes, right? So that's new beginnings and alignments, and now as I'm talking, it's 5 ones in a row, so huge, big new beginnings and intimate, bonding, sensual, confiding, attraction, spark, passion, you know, intimate connections with a lot of chemistry, twin flame connections, basically. But just, you know, let go of your fear of more, you know, even more stuff coming that's going to hurt you. And that's what I'm saying. I can't possibly say, oh, nothing's going to hurt you, you're going to hear it. Like, some things are going to sting. Like, that's why the wasp was there. And especially when it comes to, like, look, divine feminine reverse, especially when it comes to hearing things about distorted feminines that have tried to trick your masculine into false beginnings, because we've got beginning in reverse, that have led them to breaking point, but it led them right to you if you're the feminine. Yeah, the third party's in reverse. The distorted masculines, like, no more. The distorted masculine was guided, look, the upside down feminine was guided to, the upside down divine masculine was guided to the upside down feminine because they were upside down. Remember I said that the other day? And it just led to breaking point anyway. This person needed to go the wrong way to go the right way. That's what they're saying to me. And they did make me bring this deck through, and I forgot to use them, so this makes me a bit nervous. But what have we got from this? Nothing bad. Vacation. This is definitely about an intimate vacation, an intimate holiday that you're going to come, that you're going to go towards, and sorry, that distracted me. I certainly can't guarantee that for you guys. That's your own fucking, Jesus Christ, I'm magic, but I can't fucking make that shit up. So anyway, so that's hilarious. Moving on. Kite is ascending. That's what was distracting me. Yeah, there's going to be, oh my god, that's what, oh right, I can't with that joke. I can't, that's too much. That's the tantric guides coming in. But yeah, you're going to have a lot of fun on holiday. Guaranteed success. With sex, I can't. This is hilarious. Too much concern with sexual matter. Basically, there's going to be a lot of sex on this holiday. So that's a dirty weekend we're picking up in November. Oh, of course it is, because it's Scorpio season. Absolutely hilarious. For once, this isn't karmic shit. Indecisive, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. So if you're not feeling like you're on the track to that, that's what you're doing right now. You've got a choice. Yeah, you're going slowly, but you're surely getting ahead. Look, taking a vacation physically or mentally, and this is somebody working hard to get to that holiday. You're on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. So if you were thinking you needed a holiday, here's the, look, you'll receive a gift. April. Someone's leaving your life. All right, they're saying somebody's, I think for some people, some kind of some kind of breakup could have happened for somebody in April, or it will happen in April, but I feel this is some breakups have happened in April. Doesn't need to be romantic, it could be like falling out with friends or something, because actually when I parted from a lot of people in my life, it was around that time because it's a heightened time. But yeah, new creative ideas, new ventures and friendship. But basically once somebody lets go of what was unsuccessful, they're able to, like, misunderstandings, that's where like people have been confused. They're able to have pleasure with a close friend close up. Yeah, when you get rid of the enemies working against you behind your back. Right, okay, so they just wanted to give extra wee messages there. So there's a bit of shade, but mostly lovely. So, and of course, that could be past energy that's already been there. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. That feels like when I channeled that for the very masculines. If you've done all you can to mend a connection with twin flame, then, you know, you've done all you can. But if you haven't, then you've not done it yet. So maybe you're just not at that bit. But I'll let you be the one to decide. Everyone's at a different part of their journey. There's no right and wrong. And we'll end it with a prayer. What have we got here? I am with you always to the very end of age. Well, how beautiful is that? And I feel that the matter Matthew is going to be significant for some people watching this. Obviously not everyone. Or Luke as well could be too. Heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will never pass away. Yeah, and that's really what it's all about. You know, it's like, it reminds me of the quote I always post from at that time of year. From Remember Me, when it's like, you know, the lives we touch, our fingerprints never fade from the lives we touch. You know, that your words will be remembered with people as well. And on that note, I'm going to leave it on that lovely note. So thank you for watching this very long video if you watched it. And like I said, this is obviously an extremely long video. And I'll decide where exactly it goes when I finish it. But I do feel at some point, yeah, you will be seeing it on YouTube, and maybe a lot sooner than, maybe quite soon. See you later. Book a session if you need one.